Hi, it's Dwyer. It's January 9th, 2025. There is a video in my favorites folder. I've just placed it there. It solves one of the longest questions in heavyweight history. It concerns iconic champion Jack Dempsey and his fight against Louis Firpo. Right now, let me point out Dempsey brings upper body movement to the heavyweight division. He's actually a historical heavyweight. You look at Jess Willard, he's standing upright. Jack Johnson, he's standing upright. Most of the heavyweights before Dempsey stood upright and waited to dole out punishment. Dempsey, just look at his upper body, is bringing movement. He's bringing a certain bob and weave, a certain hover to the heavyweight division, right? You'll see how traditional heavyweights fought at the time looking at his opponent. Now, Dempsey, controversial, right? He supposedly, if you believe the critics, had a metal spike in his hand when he beat Jess Willard. I believe fight films have shown that to be false. Also, there's the infamous long count against Gene Tunney. But this Firpo fight, might be the most controversial moment of Dempsey's career. Right? In this fight, Dempsey gets knocked out of the ring. Until this YouTube video, it was unclear how long Dempsey was out of the ring. Right? Understand, too, there was folklore that Dempsey got help getting back in the ring. I had heard versions of the story where not only is Dempsey out of the ring for more than 10 seconds, but people in the crowd, woke Dempsey up and pushed him back into the ring. Now, what this YouTuber has done is this YouTuber has spliced together the existing films of this Louis Firpo fight. And understand, both men had beaten Jess Willard. Right? Firpo comes in after having beaten Jess Willard. This is a big fight. Firpo is supposed to be a puncher. Well, what the YouTuber has done, and it's clearly someone who's sophisticated, is they've not only spliced together the different films of the fight, but they even point out where there are jump cuts. Right? Sadly, some of the biggest fights in boxing history have portions of the film that, for whatever reason, are missing. It's kind of like the Zapruder film, the beginning of that film. So what we come to learn here, and this is an A+ YouTube video. This is the genre at its best, right? What we've come to learn is that Dempsey, when he runs across the ring, gets knocked down with one of Firpo's first punches, but the film is sliced. So here, the YouTuber actually shows you the frame where Dempsey's knee is on the canvas. Understand how rough and tumble this fight is. Firpo goes down many times. Dempsey goes down multiple times. Well, the key moment when Dempsey gets knocked out of the ring is actually shown using different films. And what I believe the YouTuber has shown conclusively is that Dempsey, who supposedly falls onto the typewriter of a New York Tribune reporter, that Dempsey gets back in the ring within 6 seconds. You have to see the film to believe the film. I believe it's accurate. Also, Dempsey isn't pushed into the ring halfway unconscious. No, Dempsey, who's rough and tumble, enters the ring on his own volition and has the presence of mind to even climb over the bottom rope. So the historians who want you to believe that Dempsey did not beat the count here, flatly put, they're wrong. Dempsey beats the count here. He gets back in the fight. Now let me make a few other points. The refereeing in the fight is atrocious. In this fight, which took place years before the Gene Tunney fights, they had a neutral corner rule. When you knocked down a guy, you were supposed to go to your neutral corner. In this fight, the referee blows that rule. Right? Both Dempsey and Firpo, when they knock down the other guy, are lingering over the other guy. Right? Understand, the sport was different. Let's say much more brutal then. Importantly, this referee was not following the rules. Also, there's a knockdown of Firpo where the count arguably is longer than 10 seconds. So please, I'm just urging all fight fans who've heard all these Jack Dempsey rumors and who haven't really seen a clean enough film of some of his fights to fully understand what a dominant heavyweight this guy was. I encourage them to look at this film. Right? For years, I always wondered, did Dempsey, who gets knocked out of the ring, did he beat the count? I'm now convinced that he beat the count with several seconds to spare. Give it a look. It's in my favorites folder. Leave your comments in the comment section of this YouTube video. Thanks for stopping by.